Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is March 1st, 2023, 12:56 p.m. So it is the first the first day in March of 2023. So this is exciting because it's a whole new month, it's a whole new day, it's a whole new everything, right? So that's fun. I'm excited to see what March brings us this month. I know I had a great February. So let's see what happens in March, right? But aside from that, collective, just, try to remain positive and all that good stuff and yada, yada, yada. So let's see. Before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages, my messages in particular, my readings, my videos in particular, are not going to be one size fits all. So if it resonates with you and gives you clarity and guidance and all that good stuff, great. If it doesn't, then that's all right. Don't force it to be your story, right? Don't make it yours. Aside from that, I will start off with my prayer of protection. All right. I pray to God and call upon Archangel Michael and any ancestors, angels, and spirits of the highest white light that love me unconditionally to continue to protect me and my family during this time. Please help us see things clearly and to help us remove the fog of illusion that has led us down a false path in the past. Amen. So again, I'm just gonna say that I love my new setup. I think it's super cozy. All right. So let's see. Aside from that, collective, I just want to say that whatever you're doing to keep on keeping on, to keep, walking in your path of light, keep doing it. You being in your purpose is really, really, really irritating, and it angers, the enemy, whether it be one person, a group of people, something else, it is an enemy, right? And it's really irritating to them. It's really angering them. I had a very interesting dream last night, and, that's really all I will say about it. But yeah, it's just really irritating. It's kind of like, because you're now being who you were supposed to always be, it's just like irritating to them and it angers them. So in a sense, let me see. For example, if you had a specific title or nickname for like a long time, like you were always known as, like, I don't know, let me see, the party person or the shy person or the quiet person or the crazy person or whatever it was, if you were always known as that, something, you're just not that person anymore, and it's angering to them, and it's really more irritating to them, only because of the fact that they can't be like, oh yeah, the collective, also known as insert nickname here, right? Or insert, false personality here, or whatever the case may be, right? That can't be done anymore, and that's really irritating because it's kind of like that was a crutch for them. Because whatever nickname that was, or like, oh, maybe you were always the scared one, or you were always the coward, or you were always whatever it was, that nickname was used to empower them. Okay. So for example, if you were always a coward, oh yeah, the collective was always a coward, and they used that as a crutch because the fact that you were always the coward, it made them feel good because maybe they were not the coward and they always relied on you being the coward, and now that you're not the coward anymore, my baby, hold on, 4:22. All right, so yeah, I'm back. What was I saying? Yes. Yeah, so whatever nickname you were coined, I feel like it was something that was coined, all right? So I don't know, people just, gave you this nickname, and then you were always known as a nickname, but it wasn't anything positive. It was something negative, or something that, like, it was like a one of those negative backhanded nicknames, right? but it was given to you under the guise of like something enduring and sweet, but it was actually a very negative thing that you were coined under, right? Um, for example, I know that there are people that they were given the nickname party person, right? Like, oh, he's a party guy. All he does is party. All he does is whatever, right? And like at first, it seemed like this was an interesting, like, oh yeah, so and so, he's like the life of the party. He's always, partying. He's cool, right? At first, it seems cool, right? It seems interesting, right? It seems like it seems like a harmless nickname, but over time, it was used to be like something negative, like, oh, all he does is party, like he's just like the party guy, blah 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 blah. You can't take him serious. He's a party person, right? Hold on. So yeah, I'm back. So basically, what was I saying? Yeah, the coined nickname. Whatever nickname you were coined under. Oh, it just can't be like that's not who are anymore, right? That nickname, it was given as like some like an endearing term at first, but then it just became something at first, but then it became something negative, and it was kind of like that coined nickname. It people put it as your who you were, your identity, right? That was the identity that you were given, like, oh yeah, that's Mr. Smokes a lot, or that's I don't know, Miss Crybaby, I don't know, right? Whatever it is. But that's just not who you are anymore, and that's making a lot of people very irritated and angry because they can't describe you as that anymore. It's kind of like, oh, do you remember the collective? Oh, the one who insert coined nickname, right? They can't use that as your identity anymore. Okay? Yeah, I feel like that's just not making people happy. I feel like it's really more a particular person, whether it's a karmic feminine or karmic masculine, whoever the stranger is. It's just not. I don't know. I feel like when they used that nickname to describe you or to talk about you, um, they gave off the impression that it was endearing, but when they were talking about you, the way they used that nickname, like it was supposed to be endearing, but it was actually like a way to insult you in public and openly, right? Like, oh yeah, do you remember the collective, right? The one who smokes a lot, yeah, but la 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 la. I don't know. It's like I don't know. They just can't openly insult you like that anymore. Like, yeah, the collective smokes a lot, but it's okay because we're still friends or whatever. Oh boy, hold on. All right, I'm back. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of interruptions right now. So what was I saying? Jeez, Louise. Okay, it's like yeah, I love being friends with the collective, but because the collective smokes a lot, it just couldn't be me. But I still care about them. We're blah blah blah, blah whatever it is. Like, oh, they're just such a coward. I don't know, right? It's just not who you are, and that makes them really upset because they can't use that coined nickname to openly insult you anymore, right? And I feel like for a lot of you, they could have even used that nickname to your face, like what's up, my friend who smokes a lot, right? So yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, it's irritating them, right? Because like I said, it was a way for them to hold on, a way for them to 909. It was a way for them to openly insult you to your face, and instead of giving you like the recognition that you have right now, like I don't know, like it doesn't make them happy. They don't like that, right? Like they can't be like, oh, what's up, my friend who likes to party a lot, and you're just like, that's not who I am. I don't do that anymore. Or people could be like, that's not who the collective is anymore. They don't do that anymore, right? It makes them like angry, or it's really irritating to them because now they have to acknowledge the fact that, like, one, they can't use that coined nickname anymore, and two, they have to acknowledge who you are now, and that's something that they don't want to do because they've pegged you under this idea, like this false identity for so long, right? Like the coward or the shy one or the person who smokes a lot, the person who drinks a lot, the person who parties a lot, the person who, whatever it was, they have to acknowledge that's not who you were. And people are also being like, oh, that's not the collective. They don't, that's not them anymore. Or they're doing this. And it's just very irritating, right? And as much as they want to, they have to, I feel like they're denying that they can't do that anymore, or something about like they're in denial about that. Because like I said, when they were using that Queen's nickname even to your face, it was kind of like they were insulting you to your face. Like if you smoked a lot and then they didn't, they would be like, oh, what's up, my friend that smokes a lot, or whatever the nickname was, right? And it was kind of like, it made them feel good because like if they didn't smoke, they got to throw it in your face that you had to rely on smoking and they don't, or you know, had to rely on hiding in your shell and then they didn't, right? It just made them feel good. So that's that message. That took me over 30 minutes to say because I keep having interruptions, right? So I know that when I'm having interruptions like this, somebody is really, really like trying to prevent this, I don't know, like this to come out, right? It's like, and I'm seeing a lot of ones right now. There's this energy of just like massive irritation and like, it's just not what they want to see because they just can't use that nickname anymore, right? I was coined, to be transparent, there was a nickname that was coined for me, but that nickname can't be used anymore because that's not who I am, right? That's not me anymore. And I know that irritates a lot of people because they had me under a certain identity and that bothers them because it's like, well, if Takoyaki Taro isn't that nickname anymore, what do we call them? Well, you call me by me, you call me by my name. That's who I am, not the nickname, right? It's like the energy doesn't want you to be acknowledged as who you are. They want you to be acknowledged under like a false identity, right? Because who you are, it could outshine who they really are, right? 1221, 1222, 1223, 1224. I'm seeing a lot of ones, twos, synchronicities. Who you really are, it's not the nickname that they want to use you as, right? I had a very interesting dream last night about something like this where I'll just talk about part of it because it's a really heavy dream, right? And I was walking on one side of the street, like on one sidewalk, and then there's like the road, and then there's like the other sidewalk. I was walking this way, and I was by myself, and I had like a white shirt on, some shorts, and it was really, really nice and sunny out, and I had my hair up, and I had some sunglasses on, and I was just walking, and I felt really good in the dream. I felt powerful, I guess, that's the best way I can put it, and I'm walking, minding my own business, and mind you, I'm walking by myself in the dream. But across the street on the other side of the sidewalk, so I'm walking this way and there's a group of people walking this way, but on the other side of the street, right? So it's kind of like that. And there's a group of people walking, and within that group of people, there is a woman. And this woman, like, I could see everything. Like, I didn't really have to turn my head, but I could see everything that was going on. And, sorry, my phone just went off. So the woman, she looks at me. She's walking with a group of people. She looks at me, and then I could just feel like anger, like seething anger coming from her. And I'm just like, okay, that's weird because I'm like minding my own business. Like, I'm not bothering anybody. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm in my own sidewalk, my own lane, going my own path, minding my own business, enjoying the sun. And she sees me and she's like extremely angry and irritated, completely bothered, right? Now, the interesting part about that is that the dream takes a very dark turn for the moment, but then, you know, it ends up becoming neutral again, right? This woman, she really had it out for me in the dream. She had me like trapped in her house or something. And I guess I wasn't going to tell this part, but now I am. 1434. Hold on one second. And what was I saying? Yeah, so she had me like trapped in her house or something in the dream. And at this point, I don't know what happened, but she had my head over the kitchen sink, and she had a knife in her hand, and she had dark intentions, all right? Like she was, she was trying to ill me, right? And all I can think of was like, oh shit, I gotta do something. I gotta do something, right? And then so I did what I did, and then like I was able to run away and get out of the house. And I remember I looked back at the house and I saw like a mechanic shop next to her house, and the mechanic shop had like white and red stripes, I think, on it, like the way a gas station would at the top, right? So it was one of those mechanic shops that looked like a gas station, or like either like it was like one of those mechanic shops, like those auto shops that was like adjoined next to um a a, a convenience store. You know how there's like some of those auto shops that have like convenience stores next to it. It was kind of like that, but I didn't really see the convenience store part. I really just saw the mechanic, the like the auto shop part. But anyways, so I got out, and like I could feel this woman, like she was like stalking me, like she was like preying on me. Like I could just feel like that, I don't know, like there was like it wasn't from me, but I could feel like there was like this rush of adrenaline coming from this woman, and all she had on her mind was like she was just seeing red. That's all she had. Like she was just seeing red, and I remember seeing like a really big knife in her hand, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta do something. I gotta get out of here, right? But I end up getting away, and I don't know. She was like trying to like find me and hunt me down. Like it was just so weird. I was like, oh, this is weird. But yeah, and it really comes down to, I feel like this woman in my dreams, this could be symbolic to the collective as a whole. This woman, she can't use the coined nickname on you anymore, right? So what she wants to do now is kill who you are now. Wow. She wants to do that. She wants to unalive who you are now, the identity that you are now, so she can like resurrect. Oh, that's what it is. She wants to resurrect the old you and unalive the you now, the healed version of you now, the ascending version of you now, the faith version of you now, the version of you that has faith, spirituality, that's tapped in, that's guided, that's healthy, healing, and loving. She wants to unalive that version and resurrect that old version of you, so where she can continue to use that coined nickname while insulting you simultaneously. That's what she wants. Whoever this woman is, that's what she wants. I heard a name in my dream of who the woman was, but for you, collective, obviously it's going to be a different person, right? But for some of you, this could be a karmic masculine, and you could be a divine masculine. If you're watching this as a divine masculine, this could be a masculine in your energy. But for others of you, even though you are a divine, it doesn't matter if you're a divine masculine or feminine. This could be a karmic feminine or masculine, right? You would just have to take it how it is. Like, this would only resonate with you if you are no longer the person who you were before, especially if you had a coined nickname, right? Like, you were just known as whatever it was. Like, maybe you were known as an unreliable person, and now you are, and that makes people irritated, all right? So it makes them very irritated to the point where they are seeing red and they want to unalive who you are now. It's kind of like they really want to unalive the spirit that you have now and bring you back to like the nothingness that you were before. So, damn, 18 minutes? All right, so that's what I wanted to share with you all. Yeah. So I hope that helps. So we're gonna pull some cards, all right, and see what comes up, what the energy is for the collective. There really isn't anything to worry about, because even in my dream, I was just like, oh, I gotta do something about this. Like, I can't be here. Like, I'm not about to let somebody alive me. Like, I was having way too much fun walking my own path in the sun, minding my own business. Like, collective, I feel like you're enjoying that, right? And as you should, right? You don't need to be walking with a group of people, because here's the thing too. This woman, even though she was walking with a group of people, she still had the time to look at me, mind my business, stalk me, prey on me and be mad at me because I'm just minding my own business, walking my own path, minding my, just enjoying the sunlight. Like you're if this is somebody who likes to be around a group of people, like if you are so busy, if you like to be around a group of people, if you have all these friends, if you have all these family members, if you have all these whatever it is, how are you finding the time to mind my business, right? How are you finding the time to mind my business? Like where are you getting the time and energy? Like obviously you have a lot of time on your hands, especially since you're not even putting that into yourself. You're minding my business, or at least trying to. And that's the thing too. They can't. So it's like, well, if I can't join them, I'm gonna unalive them, right? And it's kind of like that other saying. It's like, if you can't beat them, join them. But in this case, this person is like, well, they can't join you. They're gonna try to unalive you, right? There's nothing they can't beat you. They can't join you. So now they're gonna try to unalive you. Broom. This card has been coming out a lot lately. Broom. There's nothing that can be done. This woman, whatever she's trying to do, there's nothing that can be done because you're constantly clearing out your energy. That is the main energy for the collective. You're constantly clearing out your energy. You're it could be even like with not just like physical things like clutter. Like when you're feeling a certain way, you catch it. You're like, oh, okay, I'm feeling this way. Why am I feeling this way? Where's this coming from? La 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 la, right? You're constantly clearing things out. Broom. What dreams may come from what you seek, make room, make way, a clearing need be. This is you. You're just in that energy of constantly clearing things out. So this person, they were trying to, I'm telling you, this person tried really, really hard, right? They tried really hard to unalive me in my dream last night. So, it's very interesting that they would even go as far as causing a spiritual death on you, collective. But here's the thing. Because they did that, they tried to cause a spiritual death by their own hands, by unaliving you. That's